Well, WrestleMania 42 is in the books. Could there have been some more in-ring wrestling? Yes. Could there have been less fucking commercials? Yes. But did they give us what we wanted? Most of us what we wanted. I think they delivered tonight. Especially for the homie Dub. We're going to talk about it. But in my personal opinion, night one could have been so much better. But night two, in my opinion, delivered. Night two definitely felt more of a WrestleMania vibe. I'm still not liking the commercial breaks and how much they are, and wishing for more time in some of these matches. But nevertheless, the stuff that we did see, I personally really did enjoy. We're going to get to the nitty gritty. They started off, obviously, with the match that a lot of people were really wanting to see. Oba versus Brock. This was, for a lot of people, the main event of WrestleMania. This had the best build, and honestly, did not expect this match to go long, didn't need to go long, and they executed this, in my opinion, to perfection. Oba comes out there, crowd's loving them some Oba. Brock comes out there, people love them some Brock too, even though Dub doesn't. And they lock up. As soon as the bell rings, they lock up. A test of strength. Nobody's moving. Then at one point, Brock ends up getting, I think he gets hit with like a shoulder tackle, gets pushed. No, he pushes him down. Oba pushes him down. And he kind of has to recoup. Brock is like, he ended up, it was like a series of exchanges. And Oba got the best of him. Like, he wasn't used to that. So he got out the ring. He's throwing a temper tantrum. Oba's trying to grab him, get in the ring, and then Brock takes advantage of that. He runs him into the ring post back first. Then he runs him to the steel steps. And then he throws him back into the ring. And then he starts hitting him with suplexes. I think he hit him with like 3 or 4 suplexes. And it's looking like, matches that we've seen in the past with Brock. And Brock is feeling comfortable. And then he finally ends up hitting Oba with a F5. He hit him with one F5. And I like how the camera zoomed in to him. It looks like, it's done. He feels like he got the job done. But Oba, he starts getting back up. Like, he doesn't go for the pin. He gets back up right behind Brock Lesnar. And Brock is surprised. He's like, what the hell? He couldn't believe what he was seeing. He got back up. And then that's when he proceeded to pack up Brock Lesnar with the power bombs. And then his finishing move for the 1, the 2, the 3. And Oba Femi defeated Brock Lesnar in his very first WrestleMania. Huge pop. Oh, this was so good. Even though the match was like 4 minutes long, 4 minutes and 46 seconds, this was fantastic. I truly enjoyed this for whatever it was, because they did the right thing. They had Oba look strong. They had him beat him. And he looked dominant. They gave Brock some offense, but he looked dominant, and this was so good, bro. After the match, Brock is still laying in the ring. He finally sits back up. And this is the part of the match I was not expecting. After the match, he starts taking off his gloves. Then he starts taking off his shoes. And then he's kind of just sitting in the ring, and it looks like he was getting emotional. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is he retiring? Then Paul Heyman comes in there. He's emotional. And he hugs Paul Heyman. And he kisses the ring. He waves at everyone. Goodbye. He's waving at everybody. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's retiring. Like, the announcers are not even saying nothing. This is usually a spot they give to someone that ultimately is retiring, in a sense. Now, we've seen this with The Undertaker. The Undertaker did this when he lost to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania a few years back. And ultimately, he didn't initially retire there. That was supposed to be like his retirement moment. But, he wanted to kind of end it on better terms because he didn't like how that match played out. So I don't know. But as of right now, the way they set this up, the way the announcers had talked about it, and the way people were talking about it on social media, Brock Lesnar retired. He's going up the ramp, giving the fans high fives. He looks back, the crowd saying, "Thank you, Lesnar." And he is retired. Oba Femi is the guy, as of now, has retired Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. I just wanted Oba to win. But having him retire him, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Now, I know there's this speculation of Paul Heyman owing Gunther some type of favor. And I know a lot of us was expecting something to maybe happen at this year's SummerSlam, since it's going to be in Brock Lesnar's hometown. I don't know. We'll see. But as of right now, the story stands. And how they're probably going to set it up, Oba Femi retired the Beast at WrestleMania. Once they started off the show like this, I already knew, okay, we're in for something. Love this. This was fantastic. They did this to perfection. They have coined him as the new ruler, like the new future of the company. And I see it. They did a fantastic job. Next, got the IC ladder match with Jade, Penta, Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, and Javon Evans. And I knew this was going to be a fun match. They showed out in this match, man. This was definitely entertaining. I wasn't able to take too many notes because there was just a lot going on. Go watch this match. Go watch the first match. Go watch this match. This WrestleMania, at least night 2, definitely have some matches I'm looking forward to just going back and watching again. JD got flipped on the ladder by Rusev at one point. Then Javon did like a springboard maneuver off the top rope to clothesline JD off the ladder as JD was climbing the ladder. Penta threw Rey over his head, like kind of like a leapfrog situation over his head, while Rusev was laying on a bridge ladder that was between the announce table and the ring, and landed right on Rusev. That was a crazy spot. Penta hit a Mexican destroyer to JD on a ladder that was bridged in the middle of the ring next to the ladder that was in the center of the ring. That was a holy shit spot. Javon hit a cutter to Rusev that was climbing in the middle of the ring, and he was on one of the turnbuckles. He hit a cutter. Even though Rusev had to jump into it, it still looked beautiful. Javon really showed out as well in this match. And ultimately, they had Penta retain as he climbed up. He was the last man standing. He climbed up, and he retained the IC title. I'm not tripping off of that. Penta is fantastic. I'm glad they are giving him a decent run, and I'm looking forward to seeing some more matches from him. But Javon really showed out, and I can't wait to see what they do with him going forward the remainder of this year. Next, we got Sammy versus Trick. Now, I'll be honest with you. This match was okay for me. I'm not going to sit up there and say I was like really excited. I just wanted to see if they would do the right thing. And they did. At one point, Sammy took out Lil Yachty. He made it his mission to attack Lil Yachty, but ultimately that backfired because later on in the match, Lil Yachty got involved. The ref didn't see it, and Trick Williams was ultimately able to capitalize off that. He hit his finisher, the trick shot, and Trick Williams is your new United States champion. Right decision. The match was okay. It's not a match I would probably go back to see other than just the last few minutes just to see Trick win. It was an okay match, I will say that. But the right person won. Trick Williams is your new United States champion. And hopefully we can get that Trick versus Melo feud. I think they're going to cook up on SmackDown. So I can't wait to see that. But the right person won. At WWE, at this point in the show, couldn't do no wrong. They're making the right decisions. I'm loving it. Now, Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. This match got turned into a street fight, which honestly, I think it helped in this situation. So, Finn comes out there. got the nice entrance. It was real dope. It's, finally good to see Finn with some more aura. And Dominic is selling that he's scared. He's hiding behind the announce table. And Finn is, he's locked into this character, right? At the beginning of the match, Dom was, early parts of this match, Dom really didn't get no offense. Dom was getting cooked. He was getting packed up. Everything that he was trying to do, he wasn't able to really lock in. And then at one point in the match, Dom put Finn through a table. Then he got hit with a couple of chair shots. Then he got hit with the 619 and still kicked out. Then Dom started to beat down Finn with the chair over and over and over and over and over. Guess what? Still kicked out. Then that's when Finn started to make a comeback, and he had ended up putting the chair around Dominic's neck and kind of did like a drop kick to him in the corner with the chair around his neck. And towards the end finish of the match, he puts Dominic on the table and he hits the coup de grace through the table for the 1, 2, 3. Demon Finn Balor got the dub, as he should have. This was an okay match. This was fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. Once again, I think the decisions made sense and the right person won here. I honestly enjoyed this. And I'm glad they at least made it a street fight match. I think them doing that definitely gave them a little bit more leeway. But this was fun, and the right person won here. Next, we got Rhea versus Jade. Now, I didn't expect much from this. This build was my least favorite. One of my least favorites, honestly. But I will say this. This was a good match. This is probably one of the better Jade matches she's had on the main roster. This was good. This was. It was a lot of power moves between these ladies. Jade looked really good in the early bout of this match. She looked dominant. She looked strong. She was outmaneuvering Rhea, outpowering Rhea. Like, she really good. And when Rhea would make the comebacks, she had some moments too, but she would end up getting cut off because of Jade's strength. I like this match. Like I said, this was actually one of the more entertaining matches I've seen from Jade. This actually worked really well. Then, of course, B-Chin, we call him B-Chin, like we don't even separate the two. B-Chin gets involved, and, they were distracting the ref, and, it was, you kind of figured that was going to eventually happen, and I was waiting. I was like, all right, well, if they're getting involved, at some point, EO is going to come out there and kind of even up the score. Like, she even got hit with Jade's finisher because of it, and Rhea kicked out. So that's when I knew, okay, EO's coming out. They haven't had EO this WrestleMania, which I think is a crime in itself. EO comes out there, dispatches B-Chin because, once again, those are Catering Hall of Fame baddies right there. Dispatches them, gets them the hell up out of here. And ultimately, with that distraction, and I like this back and forth because Rhea was trying to hit the Riptide. Then Jade would counter it and try to hit her finishing move. Then Rhea would counter that back into the Riptide. Hits the Riptide on Jade for the 1, 2, 3. And Jade is no longer your WWE champion. Rhea is your WWE champion. Rhea's record when it comes to winning championships at WrestleMania is pretty good. Not gonna lie to you. She is your new WWE Women's Champion. SmackDown definitely could use her for sure in their division. But the only sad thing about this is not only did they give Jade a faction of glorified, beautiful jobbers, they gave her a faction, and they still couldn't get the job done. Do I think this feud is done with them? No. They'll probably run it back. I don't know if she gets the title back, but Jade has had a tough time at WrestleMania as well. I think outside of the tag team match she had with Bianca and Naomi a few years back, out of that tag team she was in, I think that's the only time she may have won at WrestleMania so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, because she lost last year, and then she lost this year. So, but it just sucks because most of the people in the women's division are in the tag team. So she really didn't have nobody to really feud with outside of, what's her name? Jordan Grace for a little bit, and then now they put her obviously in a feud with Rhea. So I'm not even gonna blame her for it. They didn't have much for her to do. So it'll be interesting if they run it back. Most likely they will. But Rhea Ripley is most likely going to be on SmackDown. So we'll see how that plays out. I was not expecting this. I thought Jade was going to retain, but that's not what happened. And they had the John Cena host segment. He comes out there and he talks about what happened. The attendance, I think they had 55,000 tonight. Then The Miz comes out there with Kit Wilson. And then Danhausen comes out there with his Danhausen minions. And it was a cool little moment. I know they were trying to stretch for time because we only had one more match after that, the main event. It was a cool little moment. It was okay. It's not something I'm like, oh, I gotta go see this moment. It had its funny parts. And last but not least, the main event, Roman versus CM Punk. This was simple. No over-the-top booking on this one. This match was match of the night. This was match of the night. Moment of the night is seeing Oba beat up Brock Lesnar and retire him. That's moment of the night. Match of the night, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, they cooked. They cooked. This was fantastic. Go back and watch this match. This was great. Roman was aura farming. As soon as he got out there, you know he gonna aura farm. CM Punk came out there to his ROH theme song, which I didn't even know that, so shout out to everyone that was lacing me up on game. He came out there to his ROH theme song, and then it transitioned to Cult of Personality. They started talking shit to each other as soon as the bell rang, and I just love just the continuous shit talk to each other throughout the match. It started to pick up with intensity. Roman and Punk were fighting by the announce table. And what they kept doing in this match was Roman and Punk, essentially, they would be fighting. Then Roman or Punk would go in the ring, break the count, they go back out to start fighting again. The ref was given a lot of leeway in this match. Like, legitimately, this could have been a no-rules match. Because the ref was just, at one point, he stopped counting and was out there trying to get them to get back in the ring. At one point, CM Punk was thrown off the announce table to the floor by Roman. So back and forth, Roman would get the upper hand. He goes to the announce table. He puts up the one. Then CM Punk would get the upper hand. He goes to the announce table, and then he puts up the one and mocking Roman, but it cost him. Roman picked him up, threw him straight off the announce table onto his back. I know he was feeling that. After that, Roman was trash talking Punk, saying, this ain't Twitter, son. Don't be disrespecting me. Don't be trying to mock me with my shit. You know how Roman is. He likes to talk his trash in the ring. I love it. CM Punk hit Roman with a running knee. You know how Roman sets up the spear for the ooh-ah. And while he was doing the ooh-ah, he got hit with a knee right to his face. That was a nice moment there. Then at one point, CM Punk gets hung up on the top rope. He's hung up on the top rope. He's upside down. Ref is right there. Could be trying to untangle him, but no. Why would he do that? So Roman starts hitting CM Punk with punch after punch. Then he started hitting him with Superman punches, multiple Superman punches. Then he picks up the steel steps and hits him with the steel steps right in front of the ref. Why didn't the ref disqualify him? I don't fucking know. They said on commentary he's trying to give a little bit of leeway. That was a lot of leeway because afterwards, Punk was busted open. Punk was busted open at that point. And those were just from the Superman punches. It wasn't even the steel steps that busted him open. Then, after that, Reigns is going for the kill. Reigns power bombs him through the announce table. And as he gets him back into the ring, CM Punk hits Roman with a surprise GTS while he was running the ropes for the spear. So he hit him with a surprise GTS. Then, he hit him with a surprise GTS. And then at one point, Roman hits the spear on Punk, and he kicked out. I believe that's when he was running the ropes. He hits the spear on Punk, and he kicks out. Then Roman was getting upset. He was getting frustrated. He started bouncing his head, his bloody head, off the canvas of the mat. And then he started mocking him, saying, you know what? It's time for you to go to sleep, Phil. It's time for you, old man Phil, to go ahead and take a nap. So he's setting up CM Punk for the GTS, but reversed it. Punk reversed it into a roundhouse kick. Then Punk hit Roman with the Superman punch. Roman kicked out. Then Punk took, I guess, the Ula Fala. Someone had an Ula Fala from the crowd. He took it, he put it on, and he goes in the corner and does the ooh-ah like he's about to spear Roman, but Roman turned it into a guillotine. Then Roman was able, then CM Punk was able to get out of it. He turned it into an Anaconda Vice. Then as he was, Punk was trying to reposition himself, put him in a sharpshooter, Roman starts kicking him in the head. Then he falls down right into the guillotine again. Then Punk, converted his shifted his body weight over, flipped over to get him to break the guillotine choke. After that, they're on their knees, talking shit to each other, throwing blows, throwing haymakers. Punk tried to cheat at this point in the match because he takes off the tape on his wrist. He throws it at Roman. The ref picks it up to throw it away, and he hits Punk with Punk hits Roman with a low blow. Ref doesn't see it. Picks up Roman Reigns, hits him with a GTS for the 1, the 2, and he kicks out. Crazy moment. Then Punk proceeds to put CM Punk on. Punk puts Roman on the announce table. Goes up to the top rope and hit an elbow drop on Roman right through the top, through the table from the ring turnbuckle. Nice spot. CM Punk hits Roman with the GTS. He falls on the ropes. Then he picks him up into the GTS position again. We've seen him do this with Seth Rollins, the double GTS. But guess what? Punk was gassed. He lost too much blood. He was tired. He's old, and he failed. After he failed, that was it. It was done. Punk couldn't even lift him up for the GTS no more. As Roman sets up the spear, he hits CM Punk with the spear, but that was not enough. Roman, as he's talking shit to him one last time, Roman runs the ropes and hits CM Punk with the spear for the 1, the 2, the 3, and your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion is Roman fucking Reigns. The guy that had over 1,300 days as champion is back as champion again. This match was great. This match was fantastic. This match is definitely worth watching again. I enjoyed this a lot because this was just two guys went in there, hated each other, told a great story, and there was no interference, no shenanigans. Nobody got involved. No real turn or anything. Just two men going at it, and the match was done. And the better man won. I enjoyed this. I did. And I don't even have a problem that Roman won. I know some people are like, oh no, a part-time champion. I don't know if he's going to be part-time like that. Will he be there every week? I doubt it. But I don't think we're not going to see the title for 6 months or 3 months. I think he's going to be involved because I do think they're going to start incorporating some of these newer guys like Oba Femi or like a Gunther or like a Braun Breaker into these potential world championship matches. Because think about that. If there's anybody that deserves an opportunity to go at the World Heavyweight Championship, you got Oba right there. He retired Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania in his first first WrestleMania. They can build that story. They can build up a story with Gunther if they want to. They can build up a story with Braun Breaker. There's so many fresh matchup opportunities for the future. Because I don't think Roman's holding the title that long. I honestly don't. I think Roman is going to be there to elevate the title, and I think Roman is going to be there to ultimately put someone over. That's going to elevate them. We may see that at this year's SummerSlam. The question is who? I don't know yet. But nevertheless, night 2, even though I would have preferred some more in-ring action, less fucking commercial breaks, I think the decisions for a lot of these matches made sense. There's things on here that I would definitely going back to watch. Brock and Oba, I would go back and watch. The ladder match, I would go back and watch. Honestly, I would go back and watch that street fight because I actually enjoyed it. It was fun. I would actually go back and check out the Rhea and Jade. That was just the match itself. I actually really enjoyed that match in the main event. I would go back and watch. I enjoyed those matches. And this was a good night. Overall, as a whole, I'll say night 2 for me, that's clearly like personally, I'm going to give this like an 8, 9. This was the only reason why I can't give it a 10. I know Dub's going to give it a 10, but I can't give it a 10 because of just too many fucking commercial breaks. And the matches weren't as long as I would have wanted. But everything that happened, I was really excited about. And I'm okay with pretty much all the finishes. Overall, if I had to really judge it, overall WrestleMania, I give it a solid, I give this like a solid 7. I give it 7.5. Night 2 really carried. There was some good stuff on night 1 as well. If you put the main event from night 1 and Seth and Gunther from night 1 on night 2, you damn near probably have. And let them cook longer, you probably have a super stacked, solid WrestleMania. But overall, as a whole, I give it like a 7.5, 7 to 8 for the most part. And I think just because night 2 really carried and helped, I give it like a 7.5, 8. But overall, night 2 was the better show in my opinion. But comment down below, let me know, did you guys enjoy night 2 over night 1? And overall, what do you guys rate WrestleMania as a whole? WrestleMania 42 is done. What you rate both nights as a whole? And are you guys looking forward to Monday Night Raw tomorrow? But I appreciate all the love and support you guys show on the channel. Road to 200K. Appreciate y'all kicking with me. See you in the next one. Peace.